Hey everyone, Christian here. Today I'll be discussing a title called A Responsive and Dynamic User-Friendly Interface and the Implementation of an Enhanced Version in the Existing Payroll System of National Bookstore Inc. To understand what this is, let's talk about payroll system. What is a payroll system? Well, a payroll system is a software that automates the payroll process. This includes leave and attendance tracking systems, an employee self-service portal, which are used to track employees' working hours, salaries, taxes, deductions, and even print payslip and the likes. National Bookstore Inc. currently has two payroll systems, in-house and a third-party system. Let's go ahead and take a look at the objectives of the study. The study aims to develop an improved payroll system capable of creating a flexible and user-friendly interface that can be accessed via mobile phone, tablet, iPad, using web browsers with the functionality of being configurable and easy to use. This will also provide the necessary database for all the records needed and generate reports for payroll transactions. Now, let's go to the purpose and description. The payroll system at National Bookstore Inc. is outdated and needs an improved system that will be responsive and user-friendly for its users. The study will help benefit the employees who will be using the application as new functionality and processes of the existing system will be replaced and renewed. Employees will have an easier way to file for overtime, undertime, and loans instead of using the old system, as admins will be able to manage employee services, hours, and filing of loans. Next, we have the scope and limitation. The proposed system covers many aspects of payroll process. This includes the capture of information based on the employee's work schedule, daily time worked, and daily time rendered. The exceptions are the following. Delegation or reassignment of approval to other approvers is not supported in this system. Employees that are not enrolled in the NBS payroll system will be processed manually. Automatic integration to other third-party systems such as BPI, PhilHealth, SSS, CPI is not included in the scope of this project. Lastly, any report that is not listed in this document will not be included in the scope of this project. Moving on to the methods of the study. In this study, the proponents aim to develop an enhanced user-friendly interface payroll system that will enable employees to file and transact payroll-related matters in a much easier way. There are 4 processes included in the system, which are regular payroll process, monthly reports, monthly payables, and annual reports. The first process, which is regular payroll process, starts with gathering of data from timekeeping reports, loans, penalties, other charges for deduction, other earnings, and advances to employees. Next process is the monthly reports, and in this feature, users can generate and review correctness of consolidated weekly, semi-monthly reports such as SSS loans, pag-ibig loans, PhilHealth premium report, HSBC, housing, company loans, salaries, wages, and tax on compensation. The third process is the monthly payables. Here, users can collate all payables, managers, head office weekly, and semi-monthly. Last is the annual reports, which process year-end benefits such as Christmas bonus and 13-month pay. The proponents aim to accomplish the system using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, and SQL. Now, let's take a look at the conceptual framework. The researchers used the IPO concept. For the input, company, username, and password are a requirement. Inside the process are the following: maintenance, employee portal, HR or payroll portal, approver portal, and the reports. For the output, the new payroll system of National Bookstore Inc. Now let's proceed to the system development lifecycle. The researchers chose Agile model, since it is the most applicable approach on the development of the system. The flow takes place through planning, analysis, design, implementation, and maintenance. In the methods of the research, the researchers used the triangulation of research and employed the descriptive and phenomenological research design. Sources of data. The sources of data that the researchers use are the survey questionnaires. In data gathering procedures, the researchers formulated a questionnaire ensuring that the information to be gathered would be highly relevant to the study. As the questionnaires have been classified and organized, the researchers tallied the response in each part. In the research instruments, the questions were presented in an orderly manner that prevented errors and void data. The questionnaires were readable and observed proper syntax to avoid confusion and misinterpretation of the items presented. Statistical treatment of data. The data is gathered from the respondents, and the researchers will be using the ranking system provided by the explanation that will count on who did not vote and vote to the necessity of the program. Requirement documentation. The researchers use a use case diagram to present the process and flow of the users in the payroll system. This includes the employee, an administrator, an approver, a payroll analyst, a payroll supervisor, and a payroll manager. Now we proceed to the description of the prototype. This is the login page of the payroll system. Now I'll be discussing on how the payroll system works. First, we need to sign in. We need to select a company, a username, and a password. Since we'll be using an administrator account, I don't need to select company. Now I'm able to enter the payroll system right now, and I'll be able to access all of this menu over here, such as the account, maintenance, employee portal, payroll portal, approver portal, and the reports. So for all of these menus, it all has sub-menus, except for the account, of course. So for maintenance, we have the sub-menus over here, such as the account maintenance, employee, store, and the likes. Now for employee portal, we also have the sub-menus such as the employee 201, another sub-menu for time attendance, such as the requests for filing, employee benefits for filing again, employee document requests, timesheet requests, and leave approval requests. Now for HR or payroll portal, we have the setup for the payroll, the loan, even a shift schedule, could be by employee or by group, and also has employee wage type. Now for approver portal, this is for the employees who has authorized or access to be an approver for the requests of the employees in the employee portal. So it's basically similar to the employee portal, such as the time attendance, overtime filing requests. For this one, this will be having a overtime filing request approval, since this approver is for an approval. And lastly, we also have the reports, and these reports is basically the time and attendance. And when we say the time and attendance, these are the modules for the requests that have been added by the employees. And if we click this time and attendance report, we'll be able to generate it if we want it to be a PDF or an Excel file. We'll be able to download that as an administrator or an employee. Now let's go back again for the menu. So I'll be showing on how the account works, just a brief info. So basically this is just the account, the username, the user type, the full name for the user that I have signed in. That'll be good. Now for the maintenance, I'll be showing on different view of this, such as the employee. So this will be the grid or the table for the employee maintenance. So for this one, the administrator will be able to add or upload employees in this maintenance, or even search, edit, delete, and reset passwords. Let's see if this one works. I just select the edit button over here. Okay, it works. So if we want to delete this file over here or the data here, I'll be able to do that, but I won't. Okay. So this is basically the maintenance, and for every menu here, there is a maintenance for that, since this is under the maintenance module over here. Now I'll be showing now about on how the employees will be able to sign in. So I'll be clicking that again. I'll be selecting now a company, since I'll be not using an administrator. So if I try to select National Bookstore and select an employee here, for an example, I have a saved data for an employee named Kelly Mariano, or the username of that person is 2222, and I sign in. I'll be able to authorize in that payroll system. So there we go. We have this name here, Welcome Kelly. So that's the user that I'm using right now. And to see that user, I'll be able to see that in the employee portal, such as this menu here. So we have the employee 201 for the contact information or the basic information of that employee. So this will redirect me to this page over here, which wants me to check the terms and conditions. So I need to check this. If I don't, this will pop up. So I need to check the box and continue. Now this will show me the basic information, the contact information, education, employment history, training and skills, awards and recognition, and even the family background of this employee portal over here. So I'll be able to save that so that it will go through the database and will be later added to the maintenance in the administrator that I have shown before as data over there. So in employee portal, we also have the time and attendance, which we can file a request such as the overtime, undertime, and the likes over here. So we also have the employee benefits for leave filing requests, loan filing requests, even a document request for generating a PDF file we want, on a timesheet and a leave approval request, or adding a request to whom we want to have an approver. So this basically works for the approver portal, which is shown here. So we also have that overtime request approval. So if a person or an employee requests from this employee portal over here, the person who he or she requested to will be able to see that. So this is the time and attendance, and there you go. And the reports again, for this one, we also have the time and attendance, which will be seen here. We'll be able to generate that from different perspective of the user, such as the PDF or Excel. And there you go. This is basically a prototype of the project, and there are a lot more functionality that is here that is needed to be added and should be revisioned.